guys! Welcome again to my channel. My name is Karen po. Actually, the last video that we've reacted is the music video of the Fast X Angel Pop 1 and with BTS Jimin, what else? It's Munilong, JVKE, Eneli Chopa, and Kodak Black. So thank you for reacting. It reaches like 1,000 views, more than 1,000 views. So I've just checked it because I've been busy for a few days already. I was planning to do this video after, because when I released that music, that reaction, actually it's on Friday. I think so. Friday, I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's on the Friday. Let me just double check. Oh my god, it's partially it's partially blocked. I don't know why it is partially blocked. It's on the 19. See, I got 92 likes on that one, 3 comments, and 1,691 views as of, watch it if you recording this video. 19 is on the Friday. See, it's on the Friday, same time as it releases. And I've watched the Fast 10, let's say Fast 10 in the day after, in the afternoon, because I got work for a couple of days right now, so just have time and to review this movie. Actually, I love it. So this might be, there might be spoilers, so warning on this one, spoilers alert. But before that one, my laptop just shut down. Before anything else, actually, I love, because I've watched it in the VMAX, which is, the music is so loud. It is so good with this kind of movies, except with the 4D. Well, I like this one better than having it watch on the 4D or in the 3D, I mean. And then having this one, I didn't realize this. Watch it at 6:30 in the evening after my work in the gym, and then I went through with my cousin. So we watched that one, and I didn't know that it took so long, that the movie almost took more than 2 hours, more than 2 hours. Like, oh, it's already 9 and we finished the whole movie. Like, it is so good. Overall, it's so good. And the thing is, I love that, because I've went back through all the soundtrack of Fast and the Furious, to the first one and to the latest one. I pick out my favorites, and then I put it on my what you call this, I put it on the, I got a gym workout playlist, and also like an high playlist, so I put it there designately. So when I went back through the soundtrack of Fast and Furious, I love that, looking at the song itself, the main song of the movie, you can actually know what the story is about. But as I've said on the music video that I've reacted to, Angel Part 1, of the Fast and the Furious franchise is based on family relationships, and that one goes more of relationship, how they value that one, and is all kinds of relationships. So that's why it is so good and it's so relatable, and that's why there's a lot of fans, watching this franchise. But even though, this one of what, I'm just, I'm trying to remember, because it's been Saturday. Saturday I want to watch that one, and I don't want to say spoilers first to go on this one. So when I first watched the movie, it goes through um after what happened to Nine, I think so, and it's been years. Well, I think so. It's been years because the kid there, which is Dom's son, grown up, like he's teaching some driving skills, and what you call this, and I love how it is that it goes off right after that one. Is shows the relationship, how this kind is a new relationship shows on the franchise, because mostly the franchise shown a family relationship, a brotherhood, a couple, and then there's a, even though it's a friendship, and also what it more primary in that one, and we see now as a new relationship from Dom's son, which is a son of a relationship between a son and a father, which is goes through on that one, and as we go on through the movie, the last thing that I've said is actually, I think I'm watching a Avengers movie. It took so long, just like a Avengers movie. Like it's 2 hours more than that. So I feel like it was like, oh, is it the climax already? Because usually Fast and the Furious store movies, um, well, it could be a standalone, like it some of the movies, like the three, which is Tokyo Drift, you can actually watch it without watching one and two, and the thing is, you can actually also even two, because it's a story about Brian and what's Tyrese name, Tyrese there. It's more of their journey on that one, and one is primarily the start of everything the main characters is, so you can actually watch it. And there are four. Is it the Fate of the Furious is four? Well, I'm not sure what's the next and the next. Well, I couldn't see because they don't usually. What I also love about it, they don't usually just say it. Fast and Furious 1, 2, 3, 4. It really it goes on. See, it got fast and right now. And they also have the Furious 7. They usually do the fast and then the number, then the Furious and the number, and then they have the Fate of the Furious, and then they have the Fast and the Furious, the Fast and the Furious. They have that one, and also it's like the they have the 4, 6, and I love how it is connected. The one that has the same title on that one, which is so good, and the thing is, this movie, it's connected to what you call this, I think four, is it that four or five, or the half of the franchise, it is connected. So it goes, like the story goes back to that part, and how the new protagonist was introduced, and which is Jason Momoa, which is so good. They've on this movie, they've actually all the characters that they've used on the franchise showed on this one, except the late Paul Walker on this one, which is his daughter is on this movie as a cameo in the airplane, I think so. Aeroplane. Let's just say aeroplane on this one. So it is like mostly all the characters that been used on this one. They've actually even the one thing that is so surprising on this one, because I'm not sure what is true or not about the issue, but um The Rock has been returned on this one. Even Gal Gadot is in this one, which is so surprising. It is so surprising. I thought Fast X would be just a um as I've said, there's an introductory, is the climax, the conflict, conflict, the climax, the resolution, and then the ending. And it doesn't shows on this one, which is so different. I was like expecting the same as it is, but it's always been just like that. But I love how they change it. I love how it is so interesting, and they put it on this number of on the franchise, which is the 10th. And because I think so that they put on the 8th as the Hobson show, so that's why it is on that one. And continue on, what you call this, they've actually, it's the first time that they've done this also, that they cut off in the middle. It's like there's no ending yet on this one, and that's why I love how it is so connected on the first song, the main song of the movie, which is Angel Part 1. It was like, also, like, a lot of people, I don't know why, and also I'm also asking why it has Part 1 in the name. And the thing is, I love how it is because there's a Part 2 in the movie, because as I've said earlier, I think I've been in the climax. I was like, oh, is it the climax? We're ending soon. I was like, no, it doesn't stop. Because they're continuous. So that's why they called on all the characters back on the movie, which is so good. It's just so different. It's not what I'm expecting, but it's just so good how they put it on that one. And I think so they will continue on. I thought this was the last. Was they saying this is the last? I was like, oh, this will be the last, so I should really go on through this one. But the thing is, it's not it's all a lie. It's a lie. And that's why it is so interesting. I think they are like also moving on, just like as I said, Avengers, on a lot of what you call this, a lot of series, and having that one, it's a really good to continue on this kind of movie. But the thing is, I love also how they always improve on to the action scenes, because I love the action scenes and everything. They've always, trying to, well, that's the thing with movies. They're trying to not do the same thing over again, just to make, the viewers bored, not bored. So that's why it is so good. Well, everything in this movie is so good and it's so interesting. It's so different. That's different, good, and what else would I say? I forgot what it is. It's just a good, different, and um uh that's all I can remember. Go also, having that one. That is why it has the main song, which is Angel Part 1. Have the Part 1, because there's a Part 2 in the movie. It doesn't end. It's like it doesn't. The movie doesn't end as the end. So it has another part, which is like, Avengers 1 and 2. So that's why it is so good. And the thing is, like, I'm like really talking to my cousin. It's like the song Angel is actually a song for Dom to his son, which is, when you look into the, can be, because I'm actually reviewed the Angel Part 1 song, and I've given like opinions on that one, and as I said, it's the, well, some points I'm correct, which is so good. I'm satisfied on that one, and as I said, it's much more of the person, the others, because the soundtracks in the movies of Fast and the Furious is mostly inside. It's like inside their circle. It's like their friends, family, and that. And now that they have done, and also within themselves, which is so good. And now that they have done that one, and this is like the end, the 10th movie, they're going on to a global one. First, the war, the battle is so global, as they're you know all in the blacklist again. So it's more of a global one. The second is the community. It's much more, like they're like solid on the family and relationship, even though also the others antagonists that they've have battle world is now on their side. So that's why they're helping them. And then now that they have that one, it's much more of a what I love how it's not the effect of the things that happen in Fast 10. It's not much in their circle. It's like it's now worldwide. It's like everything is will be connected, and it's effects on everyone. Since this is started with Vatican, Rome, they started in that one, and now they have when you they said on the movie when they bomb or they started war in Vatican. They're actually starting a war with the world, So that's why it is. And I love how that one shows on the song itself, the Angel Part 1. It is the Angel Part 1 really tells you three sides on that one, which is a song for Dom's son, from him to his son. The second one is more of the song for his antagonist, because the antagonist, as I said, is like the devil, the devil, as the movie itself. It's like this is the enemy that they haven't, um is the greatest enemy that they have. And then the third one is more of, as I've said, is the community is much more of not within. It's now, out in the community. It's not about them. It's not just about them. It's more of a global one, which is community, which is so good. And the Angel Part 1 I love, because they said no, it's not, actually it's not for his son. I was like, I'm talking to my cousin, we were talking about the movie, and said even she said that it's so good, even though she didn't she didn't watch the last few movies. She just watched, I think so, 1, 2, and 3, and then after that one she doesn't. So I was like, when I watch him, it's like telling her about it. It's like, oh, she's the one. It's like, and then she's also surprised of how the cast is all packed with so good action, characters and movie stars. So it is so good. And it's like, they got Jason Statham, they got John Cena, they got The Rock, and then they have everything. Anyway, Charlize she's a fan of Charlize, so that's why she's good on that one. So if you look into the lyrics of the Angel Part 1, because actually they also called at times the son of Dom as Angel, or B, if you watch the movie already. So that's why it's as I've said, it's much more of a song for Dom's son. So that's why Angel, don't fly so close to me, is like the dangers of how the job of Dom and with the family comes through that. And as the first, because it's they're now trying to get this guy, which is Jason Momoa, and now that the son's life is not peaceful. So that's why it's also, goes on through that. So I'll pull you down eventually. You don't want to lose those wings. Wings is telling you the freedom of that one, which is what they want for Dom's son. I forgot the name of the son. So just telling that one, which is so good. So people like me break beautiful things. It's like really, as I said, it's the fate of them that they've had this peaceful days, but it's not. So that's why it is. So don't fly so close to me. It goes on through that. So that's why it is so good. And as I look into the rap's lyrics also, much more of a global on this one. It's much more of it's also what's also focus on the movie Fast X is who's the one Dom saving. It's much more of a global one, which is he's trying to make a choice on who's he's gonna save, because this, as I've said, it's not just now within themselves. It's not. It's much more of a global, which is why it is so good. You know, it is so good, and the thing is, I love how it is also like telling you that uh even though the fate it goes on through that one is how you hold on to the faith, the trust, and as a family, as a friends, on this one. It's a group of family on this one. And so that's why it is so good, and it's much more also, as I'm saying, that it's because the thing is with betrayal and everything, it comes through that one, a relationship. It doesn't have to, so sometimes there's people that gonna betray you, so that's why it is. So it's also telling you to look into who you're gonna trust with. So that's why it is, because not everyone can be your friend, your family. So it is goes on through that. I love that one also on the story itself. The flow of the Fast X. So it's basically so good. I am so good on this one. I love it. Like this is on repeat on on our playlist. Even though on our car when we're watching it, Angel Part One is so good, and when you look into the lines of the artist, it's actually what you call this even though there's a lot on the featured artist, it is so balanced as I've looked into it. And this is, I forgot to say on the reaction review of my Angel Part One song music video. So well, as I look into it, it is so balanced on that one. But it's just so there's a lot of artists within that song. It just you can't really look into to them, like you can really focus on one person to another. So it's a good and bad on that one, which is it comes along on that one. Well, having that one, I am expecting the next few songs of Fast and the Furious franchise. It has a BTS in that one because John Cena just. I was like telling you that I think so. They pitch in ideas also and look into the trends, what people now like it to make this movie. So I think the part of Jimin has been added just last minute. I think so, but it fits him on this one, so that's why it is so good. It's still good if you look at as a whole. It is so good. Well, having to end this review, Fast X, it is so good, and um uh well, I don't have anything to say to this one. So given on that one, um, I'm so excited on the 10th, 11th. I'm not sure how it goes, but I love how they cut it off in between because it's not just the end. It's just the climax. I feel like if we're still in the introduction, the conflict, and the climax still not finished. Actually, we're half of the climax on. So that's what I feel like. Oh, it is a climax. So we're gonna end soon. I was like, they cut it off like that. When that the movie ended, my face is so red with surprise one, because I didn't expect how it ends. So that's how it is good. So also, um having the end of ending this review, don't forget to also check out my other videos. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell and see my other contents. There's a lot of things in there. Reaction review. I'm actually trying to organize again on anything on my feed on that one. You can check it out, and don't forget to like the video if you like it, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye bye guys. Bye bye.